Hi, a very good morning to you, and welcome to it, the new live series. This comes to you every Sunday with me, Mompoloki Makwana. It comes to you every Sunday, and my focus on this new live series is for us to build a new life. It's for us to build a new life, and we know that a new life does not come from wishing. A new life does not come from hoping. A new life does not come from thinking about it. A new life comes from intentional action every single day that creates progress, that creates success, that creates movement in your life. And if you're joining us for the first time on our new life series, welcome. This is our third episode. We have a long way to go. And if you're joining us, please make sure you share on the comment box where you are joining us from. And please, for you who have just signed up, please let me know if you can hear me properly, if you can hear me well, if you can hear me clearly. If you can hear me clearly, make sure that you comment on the comment box below on whether you can hear me or not. So, our new life series, the major focus is to help you to build new habits, to commit more to your values, to commit more to who you are as a core human being, to commit more on the principles that defines you as an individual. So the challenge that we have in today's society is that many people today, they are struggling with dealing with issues of stress, dealing with issues of personal commitment, dealing with issues of growth, and therefore they get in a position where they are not able to change or shift things around. So you must be in a position to understand that nothing changes or nothing grows without your commitment. Nothing grows without your commitment to live, your commitment to get better and improve. Many people today, they are struggling with dealing with issues of stress, dealing with issues of personal commitment, dealing with issues of growth, and therefore they get. All right. A very good morning to you. This is Mompoloki Makwana. I'm just trying to see if this platform is working properly. I'm just trying to see if this platform is working properly. It's my first time to use this one, StreamYard. But this is our new live series where we come to you every Sunday in the morning and reminding you that as we head towards Monday, you can be intentional in creating the day or the things you need in your life. You can be intentional in commanding the week. You can be intentional in commanding your day to-do list. Many people today are stuck in where they are right now because they don't know that one tipping thing, that one phone call, that one message that can change everything. So I think my role as a coach to you is to put you in a state where you are able to commit more to your goals, where you are able to commit more to your principles, where you are able to commit more to your values. It is my role to help you to see things differently. It is my role to help you to take charge of your life. It is my role to help you to push beyond what you may term as limitations. It is my role, to work with you hand by hand, to be the wings beneath your wings and helping you to thrive in your career, helping you to thrive in your journey. So I choose to do this. I don't have to do it. I mustn't do this, but I choose to do this because I understand that there are individuals who struggle with holding themselves accountable. There are individuals who struggle with figuring out ways so that they can push the needle of growth every single day. There are so many individuals today who are not able to identify their growth point, who are not able to identify how they can do things better, who are not able to identify how they can improve on doing things. And therefore, I think every single day, every individual, they have an opportunity to choose whether to grow or to not, whether to improve or not. And it's your role as an individual to understand that this growth thing, that this new life thing, it's your commitment. You need to decide on your behalf that I'm signing a memorandum of agreement, that I am going to grow as an individual, that I am going to improve as an individual. And I've seen my life turn around. This is not about me, but I would like to share an example where I saw my life turn around when I made a conscious, deliberate action that Mompoloki Makwana, you need to get better on how you do things. You need to improve on how you do things. And the day I decided is the day I signed a memorandum of agreement to myself that I need to grow. I need to improve on how I do things. I need to change things around. I need to be committed to my personal growth. I need to be committed to my journey, and no one can do that for me. And that's when I started building a new life. And I moved from a school dropout. I moved from that kid who was nearly sent to prison. I moved from that kid who people said, you are either going to end up in prison or people are going to kill you. Those are the statements people imposed on me because of my behavior that I chose to portray to them. And therefore, all these labels that I was getting from them were because of the decision that I made. And in order to step in a new life, I had to make new decisions. I had to establish new networks. I had to establish new mindset. I had to establish new habits. And that is what New Life Series is about. It's about challenging you wherever you may be in any corner of the world, because you matter as much as the stars, the winds, and everything matters. You do matter. So I choose to make a commitment that we can grow. We can move from where we are to where we actually belong. We can move from where we are to what we actually have to become. And that's what the program of New Life Series is about. It's about building new habits. It's about building new systems. It's about building new networks. It's about building new ways of looking at our lives. Remember the quote that I love so much about T.D. Jakes from the Potter's House. He said, it's not the movement of the clock that brings newness in your life. He said, it's the movement in your mind that brings newness in your life. New Life Series is about that. It's about moving that movement inside of you to move that clock and to make it to start ticking so that you can consciously start to live the life the way you want to live it, but not the way you were given. It's moving that system, those mindsets, those habits inside of you, deliberately deciding that I need to do better. And I know that I am in control of doing things better. I don't have to do this as a reminder, but I choose to do this because I understand that there are people who stand on their own way. There are individuals who block their own way. They show up as if they want something, and tomorrow they do things that are in against what they want. They show up as if they are interested, and then tomorrow they stop. There are great people with great potential out there who can do beautiful and amazing things today, who even can come up with the coronavirus medicine. But because somewhere in their lives they decided, I am not part of the clan, I am not part of the group, I don't belong in the seats of the greats, they have stopped themselves. And we need to build that habit again. We need to build a new life again and decide that I am going to change, I am going to improve, and this is my responsibility. If you are joining in, I was just making an introduction and seeing if this platform can work well for us, but it seems like it's working. If you can hear me, please say I can hear you so that I can continue with today's message, which is dealing with procrastination. Dealing with procrastination. So many people today are struggling, man, including myself, on how do we deal with procrastination. I want to know where you are watching from. Please share your comment. Where are you watching from? Today, we are talking about the topic dealing with procrastination. You know, there are so many people today who could be so far if they don't procrastinate. There are so many individuals today that I know that they can be doing amazing things, you know, but they are stuck in the procrastination realm. And today is about what are the 5 hacks that we can use, Mr. Makwana, you know, to break free from procrastinating. What are the 5 hacks that we can use, you know, to break free from procrastination? I see Pauline, and I can hear you. Thank you so much, Pauline. You know, what are those 5 hacks that we can use to break free from procrastination? And today, I just want to start by something quite easier. There is this word, procrastination. Look at that, man. Procrastination. Most people are doing this thing today. They are procrastinating. And then there is this word that I want to show you. Laziness. laziness, right? Here's the thing: don't confuse the two. Don't confuse the two. I see Hausi Tribotsi and Donald Goodman Butale, I can hear you. Thank you so much. Uh, Procrastination and laziness. I want to clear the myths. These are not the same thing. Procrastination is knowing what you need to do, knowing the priority that you have to make, but choosing to do something which is more easier, which is more fun, which is not more demanding. Procrastination is knowing deep inside of you, I need to raise 10,000 pula, and saying, well, this is so hard, we can do that. I can raise 10 pula. It's deciding that you have a specific priority thing you need to do, but you choose to do something else because you don't want to face this. And I can tell you, I had so many issues, when dealing with that, writing my first book, The Birth of Greatness. I said, well, I can do seminars, well, I can write books. And for so long, I kept on procrastinating and procrastinating and procrastinating. You can call me the procrastinator. That many of us are in that clan. So, ladies and gentlemen, how do we move from this sector? But before I go there, let me talk about laziness. Laziness is not the same as procrastination. Laziness is knowing that, Mr. Makwana, you need to wake up and do this live feed and say, oh man, I'm not going to do that. I don't feel like doing that. I'm not in the mood. I'm not in my mojo, right? And I decide that I am not going to do that. So I just wanted to make it a clarification on that. Procrastination and what? And laziness. But now, ladies and gentlemen, how do we move from putting things off? How do we move from putting things off? From knowing deep in our hearts what must be done, but not showing up every single day to do what must be done. How do we move from that? How do we move from procrastinating on our day-to-day life? I have some 5 hacks that I want to share with you today. And before I share these 5 hacks, there are 2 things I want to share. To say, you know what, Mr. Makwana, I am a procrastinator. It's not something that I'm going to tolerate with you. You are not a procrastinator. You have a habit of procrastinating. You are not a procrastinator. You don't label yourself as a procrastinator. You are not a procrastinator. You have the habit of putting things off. That's not you, that's your habit. And when we admit that, yes, I do have this habit, then maybe, probably, I can help you to deal with that habit, because habits we can change, but identity, we know, my friend, it takes the whole life to do that. Some people kill themselves to protect their identity. I'm not suggesting anything, but I'm showing the extent at which a habit is very challenging, to change. So you are not a procrastinator. You have a habit of procrastinating. We are clear? Thing. Number 2, find out why you are procrastinating. Find out why you are procrastinating. Find the reasons. I want you this morning to list 10 reasons why you are procrastinating and why you are where you are, because you are not making a commitment to keep on doing the things that must be done, because you keep on procrastinating, because you have the habit of procrastinating. One of the things that I've realized, I run mentorship programs, I do one-on-one coaching, I do group coaching on career corner, on career development. I also help individuals to establish their own brands through my program, Brand Builder, which is a new product that we are going to add to our clients this month of June, the Brand Builder product, right? So we have individuals who say, oh, well, Mr. Makwana, nakana, I like to do the things last minute. No, you don't. Oh, I can only do things on the last minute. No, you don't. You are forced to do things on the last minute. And truth be told, sometimes you don't even give your excellence work ethic because you have to do them on the last minute. You have a habit of procrastinating. You have a habit of procrastinating. So it's not a valid reason enough to say, well, one causes of why I procrastinate is because for sure, I like to deliver assignment in the last minute. You have to, you must, you are forced to. But what if You can get in a position where you choose to submit assignments on time. And when you choose, you feel in control. You inspire the feelings of vigor. You inspire the feelings of possibilities, and you can do your work excellently than anyone else. So I challenge you that saying I like to submit assignments on the day of deadline, that's not sexy anymore. The new currency is the ability to deliver well on time, excellent and beautiful work which is done diligently. So you need to challenge yourself to be in the space where you are continuously doing your best wherever you are to outbid the rest. That's how what amazing employees do. So today, after you identify that, yes, Mr. Magwan, I do have, some issues with procrastination, I want to hear from you. Can I see anyone who is struggling with procrastination? Can you say, I do procrastinate? I procrastinate sometimes. I procrastinate most of the time. I procrastinate all the time. I want to see those. You write most if you procrastinate most of the time. You write all the time if procrastination is your middle name. You write sometimes if procrastination, we can think about it to adding it to your middle name. So I want you to be honest with me to know if I'm talking to the right audience this morning, or we can just end this live broadcast and continue with our day. I want to see from you. So how do we deal after we identify that we procrastinate? After we find the reasons why we procrastinate, here are some of the five hacks that can help you in dealing with procrastination. I want you to write them down. The paper does not forget, but the mind forget. The mind forget, but the paper does not. I want you to write them down so that this week you constantly remind yourself to be amazing. You constantly work on going up the ladder in improving the way you do things. Hack number one in building a new life and dealing away with procrastination is number one, forgive yourself for your past procrastination. Forgive yourself. I can see Mpo are all the time. Mpokio are all the time. You can see her comment on the screen there are all the time. She does that all the time. And Pauline are sometimes. Pauline are sometimes. Thank you, Pauline. Thank you, Mpo, for that. I think I am doing this thing for you this morning. So here are some 5 hacks that you can use. Waradile are most of the time. Most of the time. Thank you, Warabile, for that. Most of the time. Okay. Wara Libra are all the time. That's our middle name now. All the time. Okay. Right. Here are some 5 hacks that we are going to use, right? When it comes to how do we deal with procrastination. I want you to take a deep breath because this is we are entering a holy place of how do we deal with procrastination, right? So number one is this: forgive yourself for the past procrastination. Forgive yourself. Hi, Olebren. Thank you so much for joining us, watching from Pakalane. Olebren, I was asking them, how many times do you procrastinate? Is it all the time? Is it most of the time? Is it sometime? Just write your comment there. So the first point on our growth hack today, on our new life series, is number one, forgive yourself for the past procrastination. We know, all of us, including myself, ladies and gentlemen, I have been procrastinating to start this program of new life series. So now I need to forgive myself in order to build up the feelings of inspiration and positive energy which can get me going forward. Many people today, they are not demotivated by the things that are happening right now. They are demotivated by the things which happened yesterday. They are carrying yesterday's luggage into today. That is the same with procrastination. Don't say, oh, well, Mr. Makwana, I've been procrastinating for most of my life, which means I cannot change it. No, you can change it. Oh, well, I have some issues with this. I'm a perfectionist, which is one reason why people procrastinate. And I'll talk about it in the next point. Forgive yourself for procrastination. Research shows that self forgiveness creates feelings of life, of vitality, of motivation, of courage, of inspiration, of dedication, that we rededicate ourselves to ourselves when we forgive ourselves. That, yes, I have been procrastinating. I am sorry that I have been procrastinating. You look yourself in the mirror and say, from now onwards, I am done anymore. Procrastination is no longer my middle name. I am going to take intentional steps all the time to create growth. I am going to take intentional steps most of the time. So you are taking all the time and placing it in this phrase. I am going to take intentional steps all the time to create growth. I am going to take intentional steps all the time to push the needle of growth forward. That is you making a commitment to yourself. But we cannot make new commitments until we deal with the past. Forgive yourself that in the past you have been procrastinating. You have been putting things off. Very important things off, like a date. Very important things like an assignment that can give you promotion. Very important stuff like, knowing that you have to pick up your kid and you have to go at 6 p.m. while kids have to be picked up at 5 p.m. And always your kid knows, oh well, my mom will come late, or my father will come late, my brother is going to come late. And now you are making it a part of your life because people know you by that. That is not good for our brand. As long as you follow me on my Facebook page and you can hear me, I don't tolerate individuals who are branded in the things they know they can change. You can change that habit, and it starts with you. Forgive yourself. That I forgive myself. I have been procrastinating. I have had this attitude of procrastinating. But now that I hear you talking, Mr. Makwana, I can change things. There is an African saying which says, if we knew better, we could do better. Now that you know better, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for what? For your past, procrastination. You are not your procrastination. You can change things around. You can change things around. I can see your comments, Jeremiah say, wow, I needed this. We all needed this. That we need to forgive ourselves. Now, let's go to point number 2. How do we break through from procrastination? Number 2, promise yourself a reward. Promise yourself a reward. When you talk to your kids, when they don't want to do an assignment, what statements do you normally use? You go the opposite. You are not going to watch TV today. Oh, I'm not going to buy you the sweets. You said you wanted that car, I'm not going to buy it. You reinforce that new behavior by reward. Just like kids, we were kids before. We know that for my side, I knew if my sister said, if you're not doing this for me, you're not going to eat lunch, I know she meant it. And I had to do that so that I can have lunch. Because if I go to play soccer, I'll find the place, they will be clean and shining. No food for me. So reward yourself. When was the last time you rewarded yourself for finishing a task? When was the last time you rewarded yourself for completing a task that needed to be done? You are not paying yourself. You are rewarding yourself. So you need to identify. Let me give you an example. I used to work a 9 to 5 up until last year. I worked for 2 years as a sales executive, right? My boss had a very beautiful statement. I don't know if he knew that he changed my life by doing that. Normally, when he finds you having coffee, he will ask you this question: what are you rewarding yourself for? When he finds me playing around and joking with other colleagues, he will ask me a question: guys, what are you rewarding yourself for? That became my mindset. I shifted things around, noticing that I need to get my task done so that I can build, so that I can reward myself. So it started becoming part of my journey. Writing my third book right now and completely is about to be launched, called What Amazing Employees Do, which you need to get a copy to be amazing. It also touches on how to kill procrastination, but touching more about dealing with obstructions, dealing with distractions, right? So writing my book, I felt so lazy that I still said, oh, well, I'm still selling Embrace Your Greatness. But I know deep down, I made a commitment that every year I'm going to be writing a book. So I wanted to put it off until I got to myself and say, I want to reward myself, which point number 2 on dealing with procrastination. I said, when I complete this book, I am going to take myself to a very nice place, whether it's Kasane, whether it's Maung, for 2 nights. After I sell only 20 copies, I'm going to take myself on I'm going to make a treat for myself. 2 nights on one nice, hotel won't kill. So you now experience the joy and the beauty of completing task. You now experience the joy and the nice part of doing and completing things. You are not doing things because you are not rewarding yourself sometimes. You are not you are not looking forward to get it done because you have not told yourself, if I submit this report within the 2 days of it as given, I'm going to take myself out on a movie night. I'm going to take myself out on a coffee. Practice self-reward. When you get the thing done, practice self-reward. Be in a position where you constantly reward yourself. You owe it yourself. You owe it yourself to reward yourself. Now, hotel may sound big. What else? This coffee may sound big. What is it that you like, that makes you joyful, that makes you happy, that you are going to commit this week, that the assignment you have been given last year, please, can you do it this week and then reward yourself? That's all that I'm asking for. That's how we kill procrastination. We don't bring hammers and excavators. We just need to build those hammers and excavators in our mind. How can I trick myself to get things done? That's the question you need to ask yourself. How can I trick myself? How can I switch myself up? How can I turn myself on to get things done at all times that I know they need to be done? That's the commitment you have to make to yourself. I cannot force you to. You need to choose. And then let's go to point number 3. Point number 3 is commit to the task. Commit to the task. My first book, there's a chapter that I love so much, which reads, do what you said you are going to do. Do what you said you are going to do. Don't be caught up, catching things all the time. The statement we are saying this coming week is doing and not avoiding. Doing and not avoiding. There are so many reasons, and I know why you don't want to get that task done, why you don't want to submit that assignment, why you don't want to have that meeting, why you don't want to. There are so many reasons. But I think for this coming week, from the New Life series today, we are saying, can this be a new week where you are practicing new behavior? Can this be a new week where you are challenging yourself to do the things you said you are going to do? Commit to do the things you say you are going to do. It sounds so good to be true, I know. But ask me, how do I do that, Mr. Makwana? How do I commit to do the things? There are so many things that I want to do. I know my life can change. I know my relationship can improve. I know my job can improve tremendously if I can do these things. But how do I start to do those things? I have to-do list every single day. I have to-do list every week, but I never get anything done. Help me, please. Well, I'm here to help you. When I say commit to do the things you said you are going to do, number 1, write an activity. When I do coaching sessions on our one-on-one, I ask a person, what do you want to do? Listen to an example. If this sounds familiar to you, say it sounds familiar to me. Well, I want to register a business, and then I'm going to apply for a job. I'm going to set a meeting with so-and-so to help me in that and that. And then I'm going to do this. They have 4 things now. Then I'll say, wait. 4 is enough for this week. Tell me, is this what you're going to do, or is this what you want me to assume you are going to do? Well, this is what I'm going to do. Now, here is where commitment comes in. Everyone can write to-do list. Even my daughter, she's 4 years old. She has a to-do list every single day. But what makes people who get things done and those who don't have is commitment. How do you commit to your task? The same way you commit to people. When are you going to get it done? When are you going to register that business? When are you going to set that meeting? When are you going to submit that assignment? Give yourself time. And after committing to that time, on your to-do list, on your daily stickers that you put on wherever you put them, you have to write register a business, Sunday, 12 p.m., reward a coffee. Whatever that you can do, turn yourself up. Activity, when has it to be done? And then who is holding me accountable? That is what I'm going to do. So many people today in my coaching session, they are getting so much done, not because of me, but because of them. I am here as the accountability partner. You give me an activity, I give you a time frame. You submit, we go to the next activity. So in a month, they realize, oh my God, this is the best week of my life. I've never gotten so much done in my life. Why? Because they made a commitment to the time frame and to me. So you need to decide on your own that I need to take activities, put the time frame, get it done, submit. Activity, time frame, get it done, submit. Activity, time frame, get it done, submit. I'm repeating this because many people are taking their lives to a downward spiral. They are not committing to the things they say they are going to do. You need to commit to yourself. And that's what I'm challenging you to do today. And then point number 4 that we are going to do, have an accountability partner. You are not getting it done because no one is holding you accountable. On your own, no, please, sir, you cannot hold yourself accountable. You start being bitter towards yourself. Oh, who do I think I am? Who did I think I can do? Why did I think I'm capable of that? You cannot hold yourself accountable. So find someone who can hold you accountable. As a coach, my role is to help my clients to hold themselves accountable. By doing what? By holding them accountable to the things they said they are going to do. You are not doing what you are going to do because you only told yourself that you are going to do it. Tell someone else and see what will happen. I know about my second book, Embrace Your Greatness. People were on my neck. When is the book coming, say? Even in the mall. Hey, Mr. Makwana, when is the book coming? Even when we are just not even in a place where we are supposed to be talking about books. When is the book say? I remember at Botswana Innovation Hub, we're having this conference, an international conference, an exhibition. The gentleman comes to me, Mr. Makwana, when is the book coming? So when you tell someone that you're going to do it, now you need to do it. You do reverse psychology because you can't hold yourself accountable. You put this next person who can constantly remind you, let it get it done, and don't be bitter towards that person when they ask you. You said you are going to done. You said you are going to do it. You said you will submit on time. You said you are going to hold a meeting. Then go and hold a meeting and stop putting things off that needs to be done today to do them tomorrow. Tomorrow, there is no tomorrow. So you need to commit to your own commitments by deciding, I am going to kill procrastination every single day by committing to what I said I will do. It's your assignment. It's your work. It's your research. It's what you need to deliver. You then need to deliver on that by having an accountability partner who can help you to grow in that journey. Someone who can constantly remind you, you need to get this done. You need to submit this. And that is our point number 4. Have an accountability partner who can help you in that growth journey. And then our last point for today, act as you go. Killing procrastination is not a one-day off thing. Like, oh my God, now I know how to deal with procrastination. It's not. It's a continuously growing journey. You act as you go. There are other activities or tasks that will need you to work on a day-to-day. They will keep on piling up again and again and again and again. You need to challenge yourself that every single day, when one task comes in, you deal with it as you go. If you wait for them to compile and pile up, you end up losing the morale and the desire to get things done. When you let activities to pile up every single day, you end up losing the zeal to get it done. Then you procrastinate. Yes, it's not in your to-do list. Yes, it's not what you planned for Monday. But can you do it today? If the answer is yes, then get it done today so that tomorrow you face it with a clear mind. There is nothing as painful for me to go to bed knowing that there's a certain activity I need to do, but I put it to do it tomorrow, and now I have to face it tomorrow. Rescheduling it is not moving it out. It is still there and it's draining you emotionally. Thinking about it that you have to do it tomorrow. Now you are already feeling bad for tomorrow. You are already feeling demotivated for tomorrow. So you need to do it today so that tomorrow is a new day. New plate, new table. You are starting new task. So that's the commitment to building momentum on dealing with procrastination. I'm going to give you a bonus one. A bonus one. A bonus one today is this one. Rephrase your internal dialogue. Dealing with procrastination, our bonus sixth point is rephrase your internal dialogue. Rephrase your internal dialogue. Don't say statements like, oh man, I have to do this. Oh man, I got to do this. Oh man, I need to do this. No, I choose to do this. You can even feel the pressure from you when you say, I choose to do this. It's a beautiful thing, knowing that you are doing what you chose to do. I need to do this. It takes all your energy. It takes all your vibe, your mojo. You feel like you are forced to do something. Hey, I got to do this. You feel like, oh my God, I'm in danger. I really got to do this. But I choose to do this. Move from I need to do this to I choose to do this. And once you say, I choose to do this, it brings a sense of control that you are in control of your day to do activities. You are in control of your daily activities. And now that gives you a feeling of inspiration and motivation. And now you show up at the work office with a smiling face, not a very sad, angry face which says, I am okay. Well, so you need to decide. I choose to do this. I choose to make my bed. I choose to clean my house before I go to work. I choose to get to work earlier so that I do what? I get the work done before people come. I choose to submit my time on time. I have to submit my assignment on time. It sounds so boring. It sounds so hard. It sounds like a work. It sounds like a job after another job. I have to come to for a meeting. Sounds like you are going to prison. I choose to go to a meeting and I'm going to participate. I'm going to share knowledge. So it's those small hacks that shifts everything around. That makes other people to procrastinate and others not to procrastinate. That's all I have for you today. Please, if you are interested in joining my sessions like this, very impactful sessions, one-on-ones and group sessions, on the screen below, there is the sign up for my career development program. Limited spaces for the month of June. I only need 5 more new clients. I already gotten 2 more. I need 5 more new clients who I'm going to help on that journey on how they can, hack their growth so that they can become the people they want to become. This is not just motivational. This is the truth. We change by changing our habits. And that's where I fit in, helping you to change your habits. I become the wings beneath your wings, helping you to thrive higher and pushing you above the cliff so that you can actually make decisions you have to make. So this is Mompoloki Makwana, the people's coach. And remember, my new book is available for reservation. What amazing employees do. You can customize it however you want. What amazing teachers do, what amazing authors do, what amazing employees do. It's about what amazing people do to get the things done. Thank you so much for tuning in. I can see all your messages. Thank you so much. Our message of the day that I'm going to highlight there is from Sabolame Jeremiah. Wow, I needed this. We all needed to know this. New Life series is about things that are happening on our lives on a day to day, which are stopping us to becoming the people we need to become. And I'm just challenging you guys. It's not a one night thing. It's not a one day thing. Growth is a choice, and growth is a lifetime commitment. We don't grow one day. We grow over time. It's not the things we change today, it's the things we change over time that changes who we are. So make sure to sign up for my career development program. It's called Career Corner. We do sessions, one-on-ones, we do group coaching sessions like this. So I'm just looking forward to see you in my class. I'm looking forward as low as 100 pula, as low as 200 pula, as low as 300 pula, as low as 500 pula. We do have customized programs for to fit everyone who is intentional in growing. So I am challenging you to make sure you sign up for our program. Make sure you enjoy the rest of your day as we are looking forward to a new week. A new week should mean a new life. A new life series is saying this coming week, deal with your procrastination. Thank you so much, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day and take care.